Hello, and welcome to episode 207 of Comedians Interviewing Musicians. This is my beautiful and talented co-host, Kim Stacy.
I'm writing it down because I forgot earlier.
207. It's a miracle I remember that. My name is Joe. Kim, you're dressed like Baby Spice today, and I'm here for it. But we are here joined by the incredibly talented Joel Mullins. Girls, gays, theys, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. Thank you so much for joining us, Joel.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We appreciate anybody who comes onto our show, especially in the midst of our weird having to do it on the internet still. But soon that will be fixed. We are in the process of working out live. So thanks again for being a part of it.
Thanks for the faith and bravery of just jumping in.
Right. Thank you. We appreciate it for being a part of it. Joel, we also like to take this time to thank our patrons and sponsors, but we'd like to remind our patrons and sponsors that you also have a Venmo and PayPal that are located in the running ticker at the bottom of the screen, and they're also located in the bio of whatever episode you're watching this on. So thanks again. Please, what you decided that you're going to do the piano emoji, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
So if you're going to tip Joel tonight, which we highly recommend, Kim has a knife to your belly and is recommending it highly. We have music firsthand fist bump and then the piano emoji so that for Joel's tax purposes, they can be sure to track your tips. Explain it. Where are you at right now? Like, tell the podcast viewers, like, you've got a piano behind you, this like dope 70s
such a good couch.
And where are you at?
I'm in my living room, my house.
Nice.
How many pianos do I see? I see at least two.
Well, just one acoustic piano, upright piano, and then there's a stage piano, digital stage piano, and then an organ on top of it.
Holy hell!
Organ.
Yeah, I'm illiterate when it comes to like musical instruments. Like how many musical instruments do you play exactly?
Well, mostly guitar and piano.
Is the organ like that similar? I've never like thought to ask that. Is it truly that similar? Or is it very?
No, it's a very different instrument for sure. It's the technique is completely different. So it's the same thing. I mean, it's the same notes, same keys, but the way you play it is very different. So yeah, I don't have a ton of experience with the organ. Yeah. But
that's
cool. Instruments do you play, Kim?
I sort of played the flute. It wasn't very good. All right, and you?
Oh no, no. Just answers no. I went the choir route. Wait, were you also a choir kid? Did you like grow up in?
Yes, choir, but I also did the ukulele for a little bit. Sorry, I know 3 songs on the ukulele.
That's fun. Yeah. Happy Pride Month. She played the ukulele. That's aggressively cool of you, Kim. Joel, were you like a band kid and a choir kid, or were you like a band or choir kid? Like, what did you grow up playing those instruments?
Piano I did, but I took lessons, for maybe like 3 months when I was little, maybe 8, 9 years old, but didn't really care for it. And then got into it more when I was maybe 14, 15, and then just kind of started teaching myself. I had an older cousin who kind of gave me some tips to get me started, but I was just more interested in playing songs that I could sing to. I was in choir. I didn't join choir until my junior year of high school, but then I was in choir last semester.
Cool. So, like, did you? Sorry, Becky.
No, please.
Did you? How did you keep yourself
really
dedicated to doing that and like practicing so much? Because I feel teaching yourself. I don't know. I'm not. This is just how I'm looking at it. Teaching yourself feels harder, like than getting than having some going to lessons all the time.
Yeah, I think it's just different for different people. I mean, for me, it was more natural for me to just make music up. It was
Yeah.
like here, like if I'm like, I mean, still to this day, it's like playing other people's music where there's a part already written that I'm locked into playing, or I can make it my own a little bit, but still it's, you know, people are recognize this certain sound, and that's just harder for me. But making up something is just, that's always come very natural. That's much easier. And it's hard, I guess, you know, these days it's probably a lot different. You can probably find really good teachers who, especially in Austin, who will teach you how to do that kind of thing, will teach you how to improvise. But back then in the 80s, you know, I'm sure you couldn't find a piano teacher where I was growing up that did anything but teach you how to read music and you know, follow the rules kind of thing. So.
Right. That is so cool.
It's like, it's the bones of it are, I guess, worthy, but I don't know a whole lot of people who went all the way through music school who use what they learned in music school other than what they learned in practice of music. Like they don't like, they're like, yeah, I know my scales or whatever, but it didn't necessarily help me learn how to write a damn song.
Right.
Doesn't help you. I mean, there's only a certain amount. So yeah, that's a true creative. I love that. Should we hear the first song?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Friendly reminder that Joel's Venmo and PayPal are in the comments. So be sure to fist bump and piano emoji that action. This is the first song from Joel Mullins. Enjoy.
Yay.
All right, I'm gonna do a song from the album that I just released. This song, once we recorded it, it was it kind of took on a little bit of different life. Definitely different kind of arrangement and instrumentation. I can't create all that essentially, so or recreate all that right here by myself. So I'm gonna play the song essentially how I originally wrote it. So it'll be a little bit different version than what's on the album. But it's called "Is It Love or Salmonella?" Is it blood or fever? Is it black or white? Is it an army on the boulevard laying waste to the house at night? Is it born of a mission? Is it the last of the few? Is it a crime or an act of kindness when your lover kisses you? Is it love or salmonella? Is it love or salmonella? I don't know which you got me to. Either way, fuck you. Is it getting action? Is it self-control? Is it drenched in tidal hearts and bacteria of the soul? Is it mindfuck city? Is it San Antone? Is it a world of destiny or just freak accidents alone? Is it love or salmonella? Is it love or salmonella? I don't know which you got me to. Anyway, fuck you. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I mean,
I fucked up the solo section, but it's okay.
So good.
Why not? I even opened my windows because apparently the sun decided to come back out for a hot damn second.
That's nice.
The first rain we've had in a hot month, so I'll take that for a second. Thanks again, Joel, for your incredible performance. And a friendly reminder to all of our listeners that the Venmo and PayPal are pinned in the comments and in the running ticker at the bottom of the screen. So now it's the time for Kimberly to ruin the internet by sleuthing like Nancy Drew. Take it away, Baby Spice. Come through.
She thinks like no other. So I'm so happy that you play that first song because I have a question about it. Your new album, Midlife Crisis, which I highly recommend to anybody, everybody, all of you. There's just so much amazing things going on. Sorry, I'm having a cat attack at the same time. It's got amazing rhythms and like jazzy tunes, but also has humor, which I really adore in music. Midlife Crisis is chef's kiss, but Is It Love or Salmonella is 100% something I said to my therapist on numerous occasions. So it hits really good. What sparked something in you to write this?
Yeah, that's a tough question.
Ross wants to know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it came from a place of maybe confusion, maybe about my love life, at the time, and just I guess the idea that sometimes love is complicated, not always great. Sometimes it feels like got food poisoning.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just so good. I like, so my follow-up is, have you ever been sick on a date? Like physically? Because I have.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, maybe from drink.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that too. And I feel like that counts because that's where most of my stories come from. But like, have you, ever been sick in front of a date or anything like that?
I mean, I don't know if you could call them dates necessarily, but back in those days, but
the PBS term.
Right, yeah.
I'm not even kidding. I did this to myself a couple of weeks ago. I have a really pretty big allergy to citrus. It seems like a very dumb thing, but it sneaks up on you. Shout out to when we were sponsored by a cider company that was heavily in citric acid, and people could watch me get physically intoxicated with a single cider on camera. There's several episodes. No, I forgot how much citric acid was truly in ceviche, and I just went ham.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding, like an hour and a half later, I was like, I need 4 Benadryl and a nap that is 6.5 hours long. And it was not great. I was puffy for good. And I'm also allergic to eggplant. Like the two dumbest things to be allergic to, eggplant and citric acid. Someone tell me, explain this to me. Confusion.
Don't get me started. I'm allergic to coffee.
That doesn't seem real.
Yeah. Coffee date. Boom. I hit the floor.
Are you allergic?
I black out. Yeah. What?
Joel, are you allergic to anything?
Cats.
Oh no. Okay, so we were bitching about
a little bit.
It's a little
bit. Okay.
Like, is it doable? Do you have cats?
I do not have cats, but it's doable. I don't know if I could live with a cat. Maybe if people keep, I mean, when I'm in a house with cats, if they keep the house relatively clean, then I'm fine, for a couple of days even. I don't know, at some point it might start bothering me.
Yeah, like wake up with a cat on your face and you're like, okay. No.
Yeah, enough. Okay, so on your website, it has a really great quotes, opinion blurbs, as I call them. And this one is my favorite. And is also now my warm-up for my vocal warm-up for any production I do. So if I ever do a play, I'm going to read this. I had to practice it a lot. Joel Mullins' elastic voice slips effortlessly from a quavering falsetto to a Muppety croon with playful Beatle-esque melodies. And that is from The Onion. I would like to know, what would the opinion blurbs about you say if like these people, like randomly in your life, would write a blurb about you? So for instance, a close friend. What would a close friend write about you or about your music?
Good answer, Kim. Good answer. It's like Ron. Good question, Kim.
Yeah, I have no idea.
You've never hypothetically thought about what people would say?
I think about it all the time. So one of my friends is actually my boss. So his quote for me is always, Kim Stacy, coming in late and coming in hot since 1989.
There she goes.
Yeah, always. Because I'm late for everything, but I'm always at 11.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Do you
but
have
in a good way.
Sure, Joel, surely someone's told you something about you that you're like, oh, I guess that is true.
Probably, but it's if you hadn't asked me the question, then I probably could have thought of something. But,
It's okay.
Joel, have you ever watched the Comedy Central show Broad City?
Maybe once it's been a long time.
There's an episode where one of the side characters describes one of the main characters in a personal vlog to herself. She is basically recording how much she hates this main character. She's like, day 387, 4 hours late, wearing a napkin as a shirt. High. That's me. That's me.
Yeah, it's you.
4 hours late, wearing a napkin as a shirt, violently high. Am I mean? No. Am I fun? Sure. That's gonna be that'll be fine. See, Joel, I'm gonna like request people in the comments. If you are a friend or good Judy or a coworker or have ever worked in a band with Joel, please comment on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. Tell us your favorite Joel story so that we might be able to formulate his ideal. That's what you got to see, like Joel Mullins, king of Pong or something dumb. We have to have the best dumb story.
I was gonna say flapjacks. Like, what if you make really good pancakes?
Well, you said king. That did remind me of a story. Many years ago, I had the nickname of Tamale King for a while because
everything.
I was working as a waiter at a Mexican food restaurant, and I think I must have worked a lunch shift, and then after my shift, proceeded to just get completely smashed in the bar and passed out in a booth, and then whoever else was there, some bartenders or people from the kitchen or something, took a bunch of just tamale husks and piled them up on top of my head and took a bunch of photos of me. And so after that, they all called me the Tamale King.
Tamale husks. That's very sweet and resourceful.
Yeah.
Reduce, reuse, recycle, shame.
Absolutely. That's all I want on there. I think that's good enough. Just like Tamale King.
I'm here for it.
And then you're like, I have to listen. Maybe the answer is somewhere in his music. And then you just like You have to listen and listen. Ooh, you could do that as a puzzle. Never mind. We're going somewhere else now. Try one more. What would you think that like a bandmate would say or has said? Have they been like, you know what, Joel, you're the king of my heart? I wish someone would say that to me. Becky Jo.
Yeah, it would probably be, I don't know, it'd be maybe different with a band I've been in where I'm not the band leader.
Oh, yeah.
The band leader.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably, you know, fair leader.
Yeah.
Man leader. I love that.
Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, I want to do this right before we hit 2 new songs. New songs. I don't know why I said that. 2 more songs is what I meant to say. Okay, so there's a picture of you in a tux from 2015, and someone said that you look like George Clooney. Do you ever get called any other celebrities like you like look like somebody else? Do you ever get anything other than George Clooney?
That's probably the only time I've gotten George Clooney. And I think someone else, I think I know the picture you're talking about, and someone else once told me that I thought, which doesn't make sense, but they thought I looked like Clyde Barrow. But when I was younger, I would get Matthew Broderick.
That's so. See, I think you look like Moby if Moby worked out.
Ooh.
I don't know if that was. I mean,
Yeah.
Moby's cute. It was not like a fancy. No, I truly. There's so many. You got a lot of doppelgangers. None of them are bad.
None of them are bad. All of them are good. And then we're about to see a lot of the good ones. So there was a second comment that said, Clooney used to be deemed one of the world's most handsome men. I don't know how he rates these days. And that was in 2015. So now we're going to look and see how he rates these days and a few others. So I want to know which handsome crowns we need to retire. So should we keep these guys, keep them handsome crowns, or should they retire them? So the first one, is George Clooney. Like, honestly though, like he is, sorry, let it focus. He is still very good looking.
He's still very attractive.
He's a very attractive man.
Salt and pepper.
Yeah. So I would say he keeps his crown. Yeah.
I agree with that.
That one's pretty easy. Okay, here we go. Now, let's make sure I go the correct way. Okay. Now we've got Kurt Russell.
He looks like an airport dad.
Put that on his website.
He's checking the arrival and departure board, even though ain't nothing changed in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I think that's not a very flattering picture of him.
It's not because I know we both know he's more attractive than that. Like,
yeah.
I honestly, this is like, I think he looks cute. I think he's
adorable. Okay. And we know he's hotter than that still. So no.
Okay, good. So he still keeps his crown. Okay, great. But now we have, and then I just wanted one smiling, because I thought that it's nice when Sir Anthony Hopkins smiles. He's got a nice smile. So Sir Anthony Hopkins, hold on.
Voted one of the most attractive men. Anthony Hopkins?
Huh?
Anthony Hopkins was on this list at one point?
He was a handsome man in his younger days.
I mean, all I can think about is him taking a bite out of that security guard.
Yeah, I feel like he's always been old.
Yeah, was he born 8? I feel like he's always been old. No, he has. I don't know.
Steve Martin,
No. See,
he was gray when he was like 15.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. So I think we can take his.
Show me hot Anthony Hopkins.
I can't, because in my opinion, I still don't think that he was very handsome. But he was on a bunch of lists. Just saying.
See, I think he scared somebody into that.
Okay, well, speaking of scaring somebody into something, Robert De Niro.
Absolutely not. No. Pass.
Joel, do you have an opinion?
I could go with that.
No?
Definitely no George Clooney.
Exactly. Oh. Like what? He was also born old. Like Robert De Niro at 25 was like still like he looked like
he looked pretty young in Taxi Driver and Mean Streets.
That's what I think. Yeah, I was thinking of Taxi Driver, because Taxi Driver, Robert De Niro, but like there was something happened. There was one movie that really gave it to him.
Something happened.
Something happened.
Oh, it was Raging Bull.
Yeah.
He got hit too many times in the face.
Well,
get it out. It's not his fault. Okay.
Oh, that's sorry,
that's good.
Slacking on you, Brad.
All right, Richard Gere. Hold on. This one's really white.
I already know. No. No. His eyebrows disappeared and his top lip disappeared. I'm out. Where did they go? He used to be so attractive to me. Him in Chicago. Oof.
Joel?
No, I never found him attractive, even when he was younger. never
I thought that he was attractive when he was younger. But yeah. All right, we'll retire his crown. I might think differently, but I was outvoted. So, all right. Couple more. What about Harrison Ford?
100%. Keep the king. Keep the crown. Keep the crown. Yes.
Joel?
He looks a little too old.
Yeah, honestly, something happened with him too. So I don't
slightly microwaved, but that is banging.
Not slightly.
He made Carrie Fisher swoon. You know that man has game with
He does.
I think he's significantly older than George Clooney.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There is no way. I threw this list together, and it was just based on who I thought it's okay to put on the list. None of them are in the same. Because I'm about to show you Brad Pitt.
Oh, come on. That's not fair. Computer, collect yourself.
Computer.
Be kind to Brad Pitt. I mean, see, look, he doesn't. No, that man is from the Ozarks. He's not going to age.
He's pickled.
Yeah.
I think he can keep his crown. All right. And then, yeah. Okay. This one is Bruce Willis, though.
That's not fair. He's sick. Not to go there, but the man is ill, Kimberly. What the fuck?
That doesn't mean he's not handsome, Becky Joe.
I'm just saying I can't have an opinion on his appearance because that's not
fair. He's still handsome. Look at this picture of him smiling. Hold on.
He's so white and
I'm getting like closer
so
to there you go.
He has not aged a lot.
I don't think he has.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I was okay. The only time I was ever like truly attracted to him was in The Fifth Element. That was the only time.
Not in Die Hard at all?
No, I don't know. I don't like.
What about Moonlighting?
Oh, you know what?
Good one. Good bring up, Joel. Good bring up.
Dang it, Joel. Okay.
That's yes. On a moonlighting note, let's hear 2 more songs from Joel Mullins. And be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends.
And tip on Venmo.
That's what I meant.
I'm going to do the title track from the album, Midlife Crisis. I don't know where I'll go. I don't know what I'll do. Look at those diamonds glow, hiding the dark, the truth. Words can't control the time. I'm way before my age, never be satisfied. Trying to turn back the page. Oh, I can't fight it no more. I can't hide it no more. Midlife crisis. I don't know who I'll be when the next morning comes, left without my armory, destined to silence my lungs. The obvious angles collapse, dangerous opus runs dry. I always seem to relapse when the hourglass catches my eye. Oh, I can't fight it no more. I can't hide it no more. Midlife crisis. Midlife crisis. Midlife crisis. Midlife crisis. I don't know where I go. Midlife crisis. Those times below. Midlife crisis. Words can't control the time. Midlife crisis. Never be satisfied. Midlife crisis. Right. And this is another one from the record. It's called Nightbird. Flying through the city like a nightbird, you cauterize my deeper wounds. All the confessions that are still unheard, imitating the sizes of the moon. Please let me go on so I can give in. You are the trees and the jackknife, forlorn and broken in the wind. Desperate kisses in the street light, devastating joy will soon begin. This illusion's for the better, although it's never been before. Like water rats in the weather, it's not believable anymore. Please let me go on so I can give in. Please let me go on so I can give in. Wish I could make a reservation with hallucinations of your smile. If we have become a negation, it's becoming harder to avoid the trial. Felt the kernel ghost of kiss alive. Felt a punching in the gut. Tend to fog that rises in the street light. It's beginning to clear somewhat. Please let me go on so I can give in. Please let me go on so I can give in. Flying through the city like a night bird. Flying through the city like a night bird. Please let me go on so I can give in. Please let me go on so I can give in. Please let me go on so I can give in. Please let me go on so I can give in.
Yes.
Hallelujah. Hoop.
Hoot, hoot.
You know how it is. Thank you again, Joel, for being a part of our little show. We really appreciate you coming on our show.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's fun.
And honestly, and thanks again to our patrons and sponsors and everyone who's watching this right now. Brad Wolf, we see you. Hey, squirrel friend, we appreciate you. Thanks again for tuning in. I do have a couple of like get to know you questions because I do love like an elusive internet presence, but I need to know more. We require more. Your listeners and your viewers and your fans need more. So first and foremost, the most important question of all, what is your most controversial food combo that you stand by and will die on that hill for?
Jeez. Yeah, you guys come with tough questions. Controversial combo?
Pizza and ranch.
That's not controversial. Everyone does that.
A lot of people do
There's
that.
some people that don't.
Sad people don't.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Make
I
sure.
feel like I make a lot of controversial choices when it comes to food, but
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You guys are just stumping me here. Most people just ask about the music.
Like everybody asks about the music. We want to know like who you are.
Yeah.
And apparently, to me, your most controversial, like, cause me, like, okay, this is not. I don't even know if this is. No, I mean, like, I put chips on my turkey sandwiches because I like texture. Also, I will primarily order soup with a sandwich just to dunk it in. I don't even know if I'll like eat the soup. I will just use it as a sort of dipping sauce. I don't know if that's controversial. I'm a pineapple on pizza person.
Me too.
that I don't like.
Ooh, no, here it is. No, I figured it out. I will order from Mod Pizza, that like Chipotle pizza places. I will make myself a barbecue chicken pizza, and then I will order myself a side salad with like gorgonzola and ranch and mixed greens in it. And then I will straight up put the salad on my pizza and eat my pizza with a salad on top of it.
That sounds delicious.
I highly recommend.
That's nice. That's
Joel just is over here making good food choices. Okay, that's fine.
Does everyone do hot dog and mac and cheese? Because I love that. I mean, on that hill.
Yeah.
Mac and cheese on the hot dog?
Or like a cut up hot dog in mac and cheese.
Oh. So no bun. Just not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
Well, have you ever eaten macaroni and cheese with Frank's in it?
Me? Never. No.
What?
I highly recommend it.
I'm about to change my next question.
I maybe I did when I was a kid and just don't remember it. Yeah.
I was going to say, my next question was like, were you raised Seventh-day Adventist like Kimberly, and were you
Hey, I still did it. I just did it with vegetarian hot dogs.
That's fair. Okay. Do you have a dream venue that you would like to play someday in your life?
I would say I would say 3 come to mind. One is Saturday Night Live. I mean, and this is a dream, but Red Rocks and Royal Albert Hall.
Honestly, those are 3 incredible answers.
Saturday Night Live was the first thing that popped into my head when she asked that question, and I was like, Saturday Night Live.
Because it means you truly made it.
Oh, yeah.
People know who you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can bomb, and it'll be worth more than ever doing well on SNL. You could literally go out there and do the Ashley Simpson, and you will be worth more than anything. Like, oh my God.
That
seriously.
put her on the map.
If you put in a really badass performance, then it makes an impact. I mean, people remember that shit for years. I still remember great performances I've seen on there. So,
yeah.
Who are your favorite SNL performances? Not to put you on the spot again, but like, who are the ones you remember?
One that really blew me away at the time, which I'm a little embarrassed to say this, but there's this band Keen, who I after that performance and then that first album, after that I have no idea what
is it the If We Have a Minute, Why Don't We Go? Is that Somewhere Only We Know People?
No.
Kane? Like
Keen.
Keen.
K-E-A-N-E. It was just drums, and the keyboard player was playing this Yamaha CP80. It's this old vintage piano, like electric piano, but actually had strings in it. It's Peter Gabriel used them a lot, but and then this lead singer, and that was all there was. And but it was extremely impressive. It was the 2 good songs on the album is what they played.
I know.
The rest of it, but yeah.
I tried to Google it, and of course I spelled it wrong, and it was like, you mean Kenan Thompson? I'm like, no, you dick. I meant yes, Kenan.
Yeah.
Oh God. It is Somewhere Only We Know.
Yes, yeah. That's one of the songs. It was that, and I think Everybody's Changing. That was the 2 they played.
Oh God, that was such a good. Ooh. Actually, when you Google it, one of the first videos that pops up is their SNL performance. It's iconic.
Yeah.
But I stand that shit. I mean, like Olivia Rodrigo played SNL, and it was like not exactly exciting vocally, but there were like millions of little kids that were like, oh my God. Lorne Michaels was like, I finally have 20-year-olds watching my show again. Like, dang. That shit's, it's like SNL all day. Do you have any broken bone stories?
Ooh, I don't. Never broken a bone.
I broke this arm.
How?
Both bones in this arm.
Ooh, both? Jesus, how?
It was about 10 or 15 seconds after saying, Sammy, watch this.
As all good broken bone stories start.
Yeah.
I was trying to do some stunt on my bike, going over this ramp on I was 5th grade. So, and then just landed just right into the big root of a tree in my friend's front yard. And it was like all.
Yes. Street bike kid. Yes.
Was it a compound fracture, or was it just like the floppy arm?
It was not, no, it was not compound. That's where it's like sticking out from the skin.
Right. Yeah.
But it was like curved. I mean, it went in like that, and I just immediately went like this and slammed it against my chest, without even thinking about it. But
I think the non-compound, I think the like straight up broken bones are almost creepier. Like if there's like blood and bones involved, I'm like, something is happening. But when like this just you're like, oh God, it doesn't look natural.
It immediately makes me think of Harry Potter. just no bones, and they just do a spell, and he's like, blah, 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 and it's just jelly. And I saw that, and I was like, ugh. But I also used to watch that show. The name of it just went through, but like they would show clips and interview like pro skaters and bikers and stuff, and about like their biggest breaks and like fractures and or like big breaks, and like they would show you some of the videos and stuff of like it happening. I was so into that. It was so cool because they just do all this shit and then go back out there and they hurt themselves. Anyway, I'm a nerd.
I'm Kim Stacy, and this is Jackass. Wait, so were you like was this just like a routine neighborhood bike kid thing, or were you like a bike kid as a child?
No, we were just screwing around. Yeah. I mean,
what kind of kid were you? Were you like the neighborhood, like were you a pool kid? Were you a run around outside kid? Were you a video game kid? Who were you?
Not video games. I never was really into video games growing up, but definitely outside. I mean, I was extremely into basketball, played basketball a lot. So definitely playing basketball with friends, or, you know, out in the street, playing street football with a bunch of friends, you know, somebody else's car, you know, the way people did these days. I don't think kids go outside as much.
It's like car. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. But we didn't have, you know, there was nothing else to do.
Yeah. These kids are just doxing the Supreme Court justices for their credit card numbers. God only knows. Okay. I have two more. Also, shout out to those kids. God bless you, teenagers. Scare the shit out of me. What show are you binging currently? And are you binging anything? Are you reading anything? Are you consuming a lot of any sort of media at the moment?
I don't typically binge shows. I kind of don't like watching the same show twice in a row. So, but I would say the last thing I watched, I'm a couple of years or more behind on this, but I watched the first season of Barry.
Yes.
On HBO.
So good.
Hilarious. I mean, yeah. I mean, I almost want to go back and watch the first season again before moving on. Yeah.
It only gets better from there.
It's so good.
Yes. And you should put on your list, if you haven't, The Righteous Gemstones.
Oh, yes. That I've watched all 3 seasons of that.
Ooh, I am only like almost done season 1. I had to pause, but oh my gosh.
It's funny. He's just hilarious. The other 2 shows he did were really good.
Yeah, Danny McBride is a freaking genius.
A gemstone, if you will.
Oh, that's so good.
Okay, this is my final question before we get into the last song, before we cut this live stream and record an extra special bonus for the Patreon. We're going to do 2 more questions and 1 more song. So if you would like to see that in a couple of weeks, you can go to CIMP.LIVE and subscribe for as little as $1 a month and support us. And you can see hundreds of backstage episodes, tons of content, every single episode you can imagine, uncut stuff, bonus episodes, all the good shit. So if you want to see that, go to CIMP.LIVE. You can see all of our Patreon exclusives there. But my last question is, if you could theoretically, like, let's just say, like, we'll pretend we are share level. No one can fuck with you. You are an Oscar winner. What is in your rider? Like, if you could ask for anything to be present for you at a show, there's no budget, no holds barred. What would you want demanded in your green room at a performance of, let's say, SNL?
Ooh. Definitely. Good one.
Maybe some fresh sushi.
You have all the money in the world and you want sushi. Like good sushi?
What?
Like good sushi? Like,
oh, yes. Really fucking good sushi. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. I agree. Yeah. Good sushi.
Yeah. I can't think
Like,
of anything else.
Like if I had no budget, I'd be like, yeah, Mariah Carey can be in my room and she can sing into my air purifier and make my air purifier sound dope. I don't know. I would do anything if I had no budget. Like, so I'm getting Tommy Lee to do drum walk-ups every time I walk in and out of a room. That's what I'm doing. Like me. I want budget.
Yeah. Maybe I could have Stuart Smalley in there with me to just, build me up, tell me I'm good enough and smart enough, and so that way.
Oh, that's great. I picked Steve-O to sit in the room with me. Does that say something about me?
Hi, I'm Kim Stacy, and this is yeah, it does. It does say a lot about you. He's just in there like, oh, she's California sober. That's it. That's pretty much it. No, I would appreciate that. No, I mean, see, Joel, if I had no budget for you, I would like have someone come in and just spend the entire time like they're hidden in a two-way mirror, but it's not like they're like a hideaway mirror, and they're just in there like giving you affirmations while you're pumping up and warming up. Like I would hire a super, like, who would you put on like an inspirational team? Like Oprah. We get Oprah there.
I think you're underestimating Steve-O and his experiences.
Steve-O, maybe even Steve Harvey. He seems like he could be pretty good at that.
I mean, it might be nice to get a massage. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't really like talking to people before a show, like unless it's people in the band that I'm about to get on stage with, Right. Other than that, I don't want other people in there.
Okay, yeah. One of those incredibly expensive like float tank experiences, and you just float for like $1,000 an hour in this egg full of water and don't talk to anybody. And then Steve-O comes down in a hologram.
This is for me. That one's for me. This isn't my tub.
Yeah, Steve-O and Kim, they come down in a hologram and they whisper to you, do you want macaroni and cheese and hot dogs? That's the meditative state. We have reached peak musician prep. Okay, well, then we got to know you. I feel like I do know you a little bit better now. I know you don't like to talk to people during shows, and now I feel guilty for putting.
And now we have just lived that nightmare because we've asked you to do a show. We're going to interrupt your music flow with stupid questions.
Now we're going to interrupt these stupid questions with more. If we're being honest, the audience wants to hear more music anyways. We're going to do you a favor and let them listen to the last song on the live stream. This is the last song you'll hear from Joel on the stream, but if you want to hear more, you got to go to CIMP.LIVE and subscribe for as little as $1 a month. And then you can see all of our Patreon exclusives, and you'll be able to see Joel Mullins exclusive. So without any further ado, here is the last streamed song from Joel Mullins. Enjoy.
This is the first song that I wrote for the album. It's called Cathedral Gates. I know he chose this town to knock you to the ground. You lost, not ever found. God's not around. You live inside that stress in ways that destroy your chest. In your mess. That's obvious. Open your arms outside cathedral gates. Open your arms outside cathedral gates. Open your arms outside cathedral gates. You wash your discontent in blood when you repent, but there's no sacrament, no convent. God's not wrong. Open your arms outside cathedral gates. Open your arms outside cathedral gates. Open your arms outside cathedral gates. Open your arms outside cathedral gates.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much.
Not me losing my microphone to the inside of my couch because I was zoning out hard. Damn.
Yes. Good.
Thank you again so much, Joel. Your Venmo and your PayPal is in the ticker below and in the comments. So please, everybody, if you had a good time tonight and you want to show Joel some love, please head on over to Venmo and PayPal. Use the music firsthand fist bump and the piano emojis so that Joel knows that you listened to the episode. And if you double enjoyed the episode, go to CIMP.LIVE and join us on Patreon because it's a hell of a fun time. We have over 250 videos up on there. Just go check it out. It's a hell of a time. Kimberly, I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you.
I love you. Thank you. Joel, I want to, is your website just joelmullins.com?
That's correct. Yep.
Okay. Everybody go to joelmullins.com and listen, and also just type in Joel Mullins on whatever, like, I feel like streaming service is all, like your album on most streaming services.
Yes.
Yeah. Listen to it.
I actually also have, it's an old antiquated format, but I actually have compact discs. If anybody wants to buy one, you can get that on Amazon.
Yes.
So please go over to Amazon.
Really, it's the full artwork where you get the lyrics and then you get a little round disc that you can use as a coaster or something. Since you probably don't own an actual CD player, but.
It's a good idea though, and I do miss that about not getting CDs, is like the lyrics and all the artwork and stuff.
That's the best part.
The best part.
Well, yeah, I meant to, like, actually, we're going to talk a little bit about album artwork, but if you want to see that question answered, you're going to have to go over to the Patreon. But also, yeah, please go to joelmullins.com. Joel Mullins on Instagram. Be sure to follow them. That way you can find any updates about the album coming out. The album is out. You can find it on Spotify and any other streaming services. Be sure to find Midlife Crisis coming out to a corner store near college and university near you. Thanks again, Joel Mullins. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. I hope to have you back again for the next album. We can't wait to see you again. So we're going to say goodbye to the streamers, and we're going to record some special behind the scenes stuff. Chris is going to cut this, but he's on a work. We'll see if this works. Look, Kim,
he is.
Distract him.